Hello. Nice. If you guys can see me, then let me know. If you can hear my voice, let me know. I see there are 2, 3 people who are watching. Let me know if you can hear my voice. Okay, just let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me. Hello. Yes, it's fine. Nice. All right then, guys. Okay, if you can see my screen, also just confirm. You can see the screen where we are going to discuss about Angular's version 18. What you guys need to know. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm 10 minutes late. I just finished up some of my incomplete tasks. I will also share that what I was working on. So yep, it was some interesting thing what I got some idea about. So I was working on that good change. So I can share that what work I was doing. Okay, I was doing something in Python today. So yeah, I can still share that what was that and how do I'm creating, because I saw a problem and I'm trying to fix that problem with one of my solution. So maybe I can share that with you guys, and maybe if you want to proceed, I can make that project open source and you guys can contribute. Okay, so let me just wait for another 2 minutes. Let's see if anyone else will join the call, then maybe then we can start. Okay. Okay. Nice. So if you know the agenda of this today's live, so I just wanted to talk about what I know about Angular till now, whatever the new version which was released. Again, I didn't got much time to deep dive into it and start creating projects and whatnot, but what I have did, maybe I can learn with you guys, like whatever new things is coming, we can go and read some blogs and we'll try to implement them and try to uh, understand them, like okay, what are these new changes and whatnot. But I have a slide prepared already because I will be giving a talk very soon on this particular topic. So I thought of why not share this thing with you guys first. Okay, so let's start this about, okay, so what you need to know about Angular version 18. Okay, so before even starting that, let me just talk about the agenda, what we are going to talk. Okay, so the first thing we will be talking about what's new in Angular, which is the new dependencies, what has been added. Okay, there are also few new CLI changes, and if you guys are following me on LinkedIn, then I have added few CLI changes there as well, like how they are trying to improve our developer experience. Okay, so with the CLI changes, so yeah, we will discuss about that as well. The improved developer experience, yes, it's also there with latest Angular version 18. And there are some changes in router which we will discuss. I know, like I have discussed this few of my team members, they were not that much, there's like still we can do our job with router, right? But let me tell you guys, I'm working with some micro front-end things, and these new changes, right, what we just got, the new redirect, it's quite helpful when you try to compare it, these use cases with a micro front-end. Maybe I can discuss about that, how is it helping us. Maybe we discuss down the line about this new features, whatever it is. Okay. All right, so now the next thing is the content projection. For content projection, I think I have already created a video. What is the new changes in content projection? So if you haven't watched it, so you can check that video in my playlist. One of the latest playlists, maybe like 2-3 videos back. I think I have created that fallback ng content. And then we can discuss about the new changes in the forms as well. So this was, I remember, a lot of request was done to Angular team, that because if you remember, right, every events in form, if you save, it's a separate observable. If you make any change, it's a separate observable. If the form is dirty, if you want to catch that event, it was a separate observable. So now what they have did with the new changes in form, now whatever change happens on your reactive form, you can subscribe to a single event, and that event you can just specify the what kind of type got changed. And like for example, if you want to catch about submitted, so you can check for that submitted event, and then you can do your things inside that particular block. So this is what they have introduced. They have added a single observable now which will handle all your changes. Okay, and then we'll talk about the new hydration change for i18. So yep, that also we can discuss. The change detection changes, I think this is a game changer for a lot of people out there, right? They were asking for this feature, like they wanted to go zoneless. Okay, so this was a very long running thing, because I have also asked one of the Google's creator about this, when we will get the zoneless kind of feature in Angular, and he has told me like in 18 or 19 you might get. So I think he was correct. So now we are having a zoneless change detection which we can enable. I'll show you how we can do that and much more. Okay, so let's discuss one by one, okay, the new changes. So before even starting, let me introduce myself. If you guys don't know me, so my name is Shashi. I'm a full stack developer, having about 6-7 years of experience now. Currently I'm living in Singapore. I'm working for one of the bank here. It's a Swiss bank. Okay, and yeah, that's about me. And I make content on YouTube, mostly focused on mean stack, .NET and Angular. So currently I'm running a new .NET series, which you can find it in my playlist, .NET full stack series, where I'm creating. Maybe I can introduce that to you guys. You can just go on YouTube. Maybe I can show this playlist what I have created. Okay, so this is the new playlist what I am talking about, the .NET full stack series, where I will be uploading a lot of content regarding the .NET and Angular. Okay, all right, so now this was about me, and let's start with the first thing, which was the dependencies, the new dependency what is introduced in new Angular. So now you will have a support of TypeScript 5.4, and trust me guys, if you're not developing things with TypeScript in 2024, then I don't know what you're doing. So you should start using TypeScript. Anyway, we are Angular developers, so we have no choice. Okay, so we have to use TypeScript to develop our application. So that's the best part. But even with React, right, when I'm doing some hobby project in React, I make sure to use TypeScript because it highly increases your developer experience. So this is much required. And the new thing is that now we have Node.js 22, so you can be on Node.js version 22 to install the new Angular, which I have already did. So I'm on version 22 already by using nvm. Okay, so now the new changes, what I was talking about, the new CLI, right? So now we have a new serve command for devs. Okay, so imagine like when you say ng serve, for example, if you want to build your application, you say ng build. Okay, and if you want to run your application in development service, you say ng serve, ngs and all that. So now I think they have realized, and that's why they wanted to follow this particular trend, and they added something for the developers, which is ng dev, and this ng dev does the job. Okay, maybe I can start showing you as well in the demo. So I have a new application I was talking about, right? I'm creating a new app, image resizer. I'll talk about this app later maybe, but maybe I can show you. This is an Angular version 18 application. Okay, just to confirm. Okay, now to run the application, you can just directly go there and you can just say ng dev, and this should do the job. Okay, see, this will compile the project, build and all that, and it will serve it on localhost 4200. Okay, this is what I'm working on at the moment. I'll talk about this maybe in the last. Okay, all right, then let's proceed further. Okay, so now this is what I was talking about, the new dev command. So now you can just do ng dev and it should do the magic for you. Okay, right, now let's talk about something new now, which is the new directory. Okay, so now whenever you create a new project, right, so you won't get your asset folder and all that. Okay, so what will happen, right, if I show you right over here, I created a new project. Trust me, this is just one or two component inside and that's it. So now you see, right, I have a public folder directly. Inside that I have my fave icon. Okay. But let me tell you, right, there is one problem with this. I think no one will tell you. Okay. Congrats that you are watching my live stream, so you will know this problem now. That okay, what I did, right, I wanted to serve a image. So if I went here, okay, in the pages home, yep, in the home, so I had here to display this particular image. So if you remember, right, whenever we had an asset folder, so what we should do, right, we should directly say asset slash images slash band.jpg, and this should do the job. But now we don't have any asset folder, correct? So that's why it is breaking at the moment. Okay, but all right, the screen is blank. Okay, I'm so sorry guys, I think there is some, oh, all right, I know what's the issue. Let me fix it ASAP. Okay, can you see now? Let me just confirm me if you can see it. Just confirm if you can see it. Is it visible now? I'm so sorry guys, I was not watching at the looking at the chat. I'm so sorry. Is it visible now? Just let me know. Huh? Can you see my screen? Yes, no? I think it's visible. Yep. Okay. So now let's go back again. So let me just tell you what I have did. So you remember I was talking about the def command. Okay. So let me again just show you. Like I was talking about this ng dev. All right. Let me clear this out. Ng dev, and we were able to run this. So this is what I was just trying to show. And this will run your application on localhost 4200. Okay. This is what the application is. All right, so now I was talking about a problem, right? So okay, so we were discussing about this particular page. Okay, so this page we were talking about this public, where I have this fave icon. Now previously this was part of your road itself, and you used to have your asset folder to have all your static files. Okay, so now Angular have a public folder created where you can have all your assets. All right, so now what happened? Okay, now I was trying to tell you the problem, right? There is a problem with this public because I was trying to do something here. Let me tell you. So I had an image, which is this one. Okay, but you see here, right, asset slash image.jpg. So if I go back on the browser, right, let me open up this image URL. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, so now what was the issue with me, right? So I was not able to use the public domain to display this. Okay, display this particular image. So what I had to do, I had to forcefully add this asset folder. Okay, I had to add this again, and after adding that, right, now it is visible, because my first expectation was I should, if this is public domain, right, then I should have created here images and I should add all my images inside this. But whenever I was adding inside this, right, it was not able to access my particular image band.jpg. Okay, I don't know, somehow there was an issue. So I just saw on GitHub, right, they have already created an issue for this particular thing, like they are not able to access the images from this public folder. So that's why for now what I did, right, I created again the asset, and inside that I have added this image. Okay, but Shashi, if you have a question, Shashi, will it work out of the box without doing anything? The answer is no. You still have to make some changes inside your angular.json, because if you see, right, if I open up this file, where is that, angular.json. So I added a small change here. Okay, so previously it was just this. Okay, I had to add this explicitly. Okay, that I have to tell that, okay, I have an asset folder and please start serving images from there. Okay, so I have to, if you still want to use assets, then that's how you can add it. Okay, so but I know that someone has created a GitHub issue already, so you can find that GitHub Angular. If I'm not wrong, someone has created an issue for that. We can check that inside the issue. Angular issues. There was something related to public image, so you can find it here. I just saw it somewhere. Okay, let me just do a Google again. Okay, asset folder, something like that. Asset can't access image from public Angular. Okay, there was somewhere they have added a issue which I was able to figure out somewhere over here. Can't access images from public folder version 18. Okay, I just want to show you that. Okay, I think, yeah, this is the one. Yeah, so there is something on Stack Overflow, but when I went down here, so I saw there was issue already created for it. Oh, it was a CLI issue. I'm so sorry, it was not Angular, it was Angular CLI issue. And over here they have already mentioned that they are not able to access from the public folder, and I think someone has already created a PR for it, so it will be fixed very soon. So that's what I want to tell you, that okay, if for now if you want to develop something in Angular version 18, so you can still do that, but yeah, you have to do some workaround to again add all this asset things and all that. Okay, so that's about it. Let's go back again to our slide. Okay, let's go here, and yeah, so this is what I was talking about, the new folder public and the problem with this public for now, but yeah, this will be fixed in upcoming future. But for now, yes, if you want to use asset, then I told you the way how you can do that. Okay, let's go forward and let's talk about something very interesting. I don't know if anyone is talking out there about this, the new build system in Angular. Okay, so now Angular have your new Angular / build. Okay, and what this Angular / build has, right, this is actually having the dependency of v18. So now this is using v18 inside. Okay, so now you must be thinking why your Angular compile is so fast. The magic is all because of v18. They have introduced it in Angular version 17, but now from version 18, so now it is completely using the v18 build kit, okay, internally. All right, so now let's discuss about, okay, Shashi, then what about our previous Angular builder? Okay, so it's still there. I'll tell you how. We still have our Angular dev kit build Angular. Okay, so this Angular / build, right, this is subset of this particular build Angular. All right, so same like TypeScript, right, superset and JavaScript and all that. JavaScript is subset of TypeScript and all that, so it's something similar. So this is still part of your Angular dev kit build Angular, okay, inside that. All right, so now, yeah, this is what I was talking about. This works with ES build and v18, which helps us to bundle things faster. Okay, so that's why now people say now your Angular, whenever you compile, it is faster than what it was previously. So of course. All right, so now don't worry, like a lot of people will have question then, Shashi, will I have to change if a build kit changes, right? So I don't know if you have experience with what we say, migrating Angular from lower version to higher version. Trust me guys, if you're doing from version 5 to version 16, I did that recently, and this build kit, if you like, the difference between the build kit from older and higher, it's so big, and it's so hard for you to do the migration. Okay, so now you must be saying that Angular is changing their build kit so often, so there will be a problem. But don't worry, so some of the team member from Angular team, they told that there will be a migration provided. So whenever you do ng update, right, so it will also handle things for you, so you don't have to worry. Okay, you just do ng update from your version 15, version 16, version 17. So they will handle it internally. So that's what it is mentioned, that migration will be provided. Okay. Now, if you are using Karma, right, if you are using Jasmine Karma, right, for unit testing, right, so you're doing unit testing in your project, then you must be using Jasmine Karma. So your Karma still requires the Webpack. Okay, because this Angular / build is without Webpack. Okay, but you cannot run your Karma without Webpack. So what problem there is? So now it is kind of hybrid now. So now it will identify based on what kind of suit you are trying to run. So if it is a test case, then it will go ahead and use the Webpack and do the magic for you. But if it's just a normal ng dev, what you are doing, then it will again understand and it will avoid using Webpacks, so that your build is quite faster by using this v18. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, the Angular / build. I know like nobody is gonna deep dive into it, but yeah, it's just there to help you guys to develop things faster. Okay. Just let me know if you can still hear me. I'm so sorry guys, there was some issue. Just confirm if you can hear me. Can you guys confirm if you can hear me? Okay, thanks for confirming. Okay, let me put this chat somewhere over here so that I can take a look. Okay, let's do that. Okay, yes, thanks for confirming, Venkatesh. You're my very old student. Okay, Vinod is also here. Nice. Thanks. Okay. Can you guys please, someone was asking about my LinkedIn profile. Can someone share, if you have, can you share it in the chat if possible? Maybe in the last I can do it. Okay, Shrikant. Okay, so now this is what I was talking about, the build system. Now let's talk about something more interesting, the deferrable views. I don't know how much you guys how many people are using this. Can you let me know guys if you're using deferred views in your Angular application? First of all, whoever there in the chat, let me know what is the Angular version what you're using. Can you just let me know in the chat? I really want to see it. I know there are 11-12 people. Just let me know how many of you are using which version of Angular. Please let me know. I'll see the chat. No one? Please, come on, use your chat. Version 8 and version 13, version 17 currently. Okay, version 17, 14 as of now. Good job. So whoever said version 17, can you guys tell me if you are using deferred views? Are you using deferrable views, whatever it is? Because from Angular version 18 now, because this deferred view was into dev preview, okay, so now they made this API stable now, so it is ready to use in production. So it was there previously, but yeah, it was a dev preview. Okay, so version 17 people, can you tell me if you are using this feature? Lazy load components. Okay, lazy load components. Okay. All right, so lazy loading is still there. Which means when you say lazy loading, are you using the module way of doing lazy loading, or you guys are using standalone components? Okay, I think it's still long way to go, to be honest, because Angular developer are not adapting the new changes, what I have seen. Because if you see one of the NPM survey, right, still people are installing Angular 14 more as compared to 17, and I was really shocked to see that number. Okay, it's fine. If it is lazy loading, because if you use standalone component, right, so you don't have to worry about doing lazy loading by your own, because the moment you create standalone component, so it will be creating a small chunk of file for you. So you're doing lazy loading from the very start. But let me show you some benefits of deferrable views, then maybe it can make more sense to the people here. So I have this Angular version 18 playground. I was just trying to play around with this application. I think I have showcased this application in one of my demo video. ng dev again, let's do. I think it will ask for yes. Okay, I want to run it on different port. Let's build this, and I'll show you about that, how the deferred view is helping us here. Okay, let's take this here. Okay, now let's talk about this. I know this is just a template. I was just trying to play around with this. This is the default ng content. We'll talk later. Okay, so now this is what I was talking about. So if you see this particular, let me inspect element here, and let's go in the network tab. And what I will be doing, right, I will be opening one of the, okay, just take a look here. Let me do all. Let me remove everything. And now if I click on show all blogs, right, see what will happen. Okay, so it will try to lazy load my chunk. Okay, let me click on JS files. Okay, yeah, just JS files, and let me refresh again. Okay, now take a look here that when I click on this show all blog, my chunk is downloaded. And what is this chunk of data? This is nothing but my component, what is over here. And I know you guys are doing a lazy loading already, so this is something similar. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, wait. Screen capture, display capture is on. Okay, all right, so let's remove this. All right, now can you see? Oh my god, why I think it's stuck somehow, guys. I don't know. Let me figure out a way to fix this. Okay, wait. I don't know what's wrong. Application capture. What can you see now? This is annoying, guys. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty new to this coming live. I think I have to do this more often now. Okay. Can you guys see now? Think so, yes. Okay. So this is the application what I was talking about, where I will be talking about deferred view. Okay, over here. Okay, so this I was just trying to explain, right? So now what happens, right? Whenever I click on this show all blog, see what happens. So whenever I click on show all blogs, it will lazy load my component, one small chunk of file. Okay, and this is deferred. This deferred, which means this chunk of file will be loaded on my click. So you can provide any event. So let me show the code for this one. Okay, so again, let me capture the screen. Okay, so for that, right, what I have did, so there is something called as deferred. Let me show first the display capture if this is showing correct. Okay, and let me open up the VS Code. Yes, you can see this now. Okay, so over here what I have did, right, so I have show all blog. Let me search for it. Show all blog. Maybe let's go and check. Hide. I don't know because I must have did some ternary operator there for sure. That's why it's not showing. Let me open up this, but I know where is this file. It's inside this home, inside this. Okay, so now if you see, this is deferred with a condition. Okay, let me zoom this a bit. Okay, so what I'm saying, right, I have two kind of condition. First of all, I have a if condition already added. If this is true, then show my content, something like that. But on the top of it, I have this defer, that when my application is loading, so what this defer will do, right, this will defer this particular chunk of data, which is this. Okay, for example, right, whenever someone is visiting my application, okay, so he don't want to see this particular thing. Okay, he's just interested to, okay, this page loads quite fast because I ask my component which is hidden inside this to deferred lazily. Okay, so now this will be only visible, so this chunk will only be available whenever I will click. Because why I'm saying that defer when show all blog is true. Okay, show all blog is nothing but my signal. Okay, I'll talk about signal as well, but yeah, this is a signal which is false, which I make it true whenever I click on that button. Okay, so once the signal becomes true, at that point of time, my chunk of data will be loaded when I click on this click. Can you see? Now my chunk is loading, which means I'm trying to save 8.7 KB file to load on initial. So whenever my initial page loads, I'm trying to save myself 8.7 KB. Okay, so imagine, like, for example, you have a long running content and you don't want to load them at once, because let's take it like this. You have 100 kbs of file which takes 5 seconds to load, and what you're doing now, you are saying that, okay, I will defer 60 kb to load later. Okay, on some event, on if the page is idle, then please load, something like that. So which means now your application has to only load 40 kilobytes. So what do you think? Will it be faster than 100 KB? Yes or no? It will be, right? It will be faster. So that's how this defer is helping us a lot to boost the performance of your Angular application. And if you guys are working on Angular version 17, then I will request you guys to ask your team lead to convince your team members to start using this feature. Try to identify where this can be applicable and try to use them a lot to boost the performance of your application. Okay. Let me give you one more example here. If I go back to this all blog, and now what I do, right? I'll click on this any blog. Okay, now just take a look at here. Okay, what I will be doing. All right, so now what I do, right? I'm trying to scroll my screen. Okay, you just take a look at this sidebar. So the moment I scroll, right, can you see the sidebar got increased? Okay, it got more increased. And if I scroll more right, then it is loading my comment section as defer. Okay, so what is the condition for this defer? Let me show you that. I don't know. Again, the screen got stopped. All right, let me fix this again. I don't know what's wrong today. And if I refresh this, now let me show you again what I was talking about. So the moment I will scroll right, so I'm scrolling my screen, I'm scrolling my screen, I'm scrolling my screen. Can you see now something got loaded? Some small chunk of file is loaded, and this is nothing but my comments component. Okay, this is my comments component, and this is what I was actually talking about. Is it clear? So if this is clear, then do let me know, guys. Yes, by saying thumbs up in the chat. Is it clear? Okay. Now let me also talk about one more new change. Okay, first of all, let me show you the code for this one. So let's go to this Angular playground. Okay, and inside this there is, I think it's in the home, or it's in the details, blog details page. And now if you see, right, I have added something over here which is defer on viewport. Okay, this is defer on viewport. So that's what I added, like whenever the viewport is reached. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with the stream. I think I have to change this software. Somehow I have to change the software very soon. I'm so sorry. Restart the capture. Okay, can you see the screen now? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure that next time I'm using some different app which is not giving me such kind of experience. I'm so sorry. But I hope whatever I'm explaining is clear to everyone. Can you see now? I'll wait for your reply, guys, if you can see the VS code. And okay, thank you so much for confirming. Okay, all right, so now again let me show you about this comment thing, what I was showing again. I am so sorry, I have to repeat myself again and again, but it's fine. I'll do it for you guys. So now I was talking about the comment section. For example, right, I'm on a blog detail page. I'm just giving you some scenarios which can help you to identify when to use defer block and all that. So if you have a blog detail page, then you must have a comment section in the bottom, right? So what I can do, right, I can load that component lazily on defer, like, and what is the condition of the defer this time? This is on viewport. When the viewport is reached, okay, then I can load my component. Can you see now the scroll bar got up and then this component got loaded? Okay, so this is the beauty of deferred, and that's why I was so happy about when they released this feature, because I know a lot of scenarios where I can use this, and that's why I was so happy about it. Okay, so not just that, right? So for example, if you want to for example, this is a very big component, and this component is doing some API calls, and this takes some times to load. Okay, it can take time to load. Okay, so you can have a placeholder as well. Okay, I know I added this condition like intentionally, like minimum 1 second it should show, but you don't have to write this. So this placeholder will be there until the component loads all the data and everything. Okay, or else you have this particular loading screen that when you are doing the API call, it will say loading the comments, and then you can have a placeholder to display some skeleton and whatnot. Let me add a minimum 5 second for this particular placeholder, and you will see the magic. Okay, I refresh this page again. I go back. Can you see I'm able to see this skeleton for 5 seconds, and now this comment got loaded after 5 seconds. Okay, so this is what the placeholder magic is, which you can use with defer. Okay, and if something fails to load your comment, right, then this block will go and visible there. So for example, now this has a API call to fetch all the comments for you, and something got failed in the API, then this screen will be broken, right? But now you can add your own template there to tell the user that, hey, failed to load the comments or something went wrong. Okay, stuff like that. So that's what I was so happy about this feature. I think you should also start using it, and if you need any support, if you need more understanding about this, do let me know, guys. I can help you with this understanding of this view of this defer, okay, in your project. All right, so now let me go jump back to a new topic. All right, let me go back and open up this slide again. Okay, let me open up the slide again, guys. It's again getting restarted. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Okay, Mac OS, I have to restart the capture. Okay, my screen got stuck again. I'm so sorry. I'm just fixing it again and again. Okay, let's go back to our image resizer. No, not this one. I have my slides. Where is this? I don't know. Let me just check again. Okay, this is okay, right? Which one is my tab? I forgot. Yeah, this one. Okay, now let's go ahead and now you already know about what was deferred view and all that. Okay, so now I can proceed further. All right, so now this is what I was talking about. Deferred can be loaded on a viewport. You can add a placeholder, you can add a loading screen spinner or whatever you want, and you can add a error block as well if something fails to load that particular component. Okay, so now this is stable. So this is what I wanted to discuss. Now we have a new feature over here, and that is in router. Okay, so now in router we have two new feature and which we can talk about. So one thing, they have added a new class which is redirect command. Okay, it's a class I'll talk about this, don't worry. And then there is one more thing, a new functional redirect to. Okay, so let me show you something from angular.dev. So this content is taken from angular.dev. If you go there, you can search for this redirect command and you can find detail about it here, like what this guy does. Okay, but I'll talk about it, what this will be doing in the talk, no worries. And the second thing, okay, so this is where this can be used. Okay, so imagine that we have a auth guard. Okay, we have created this auth guard, and what happens that if it will check for if this is logged in, then this returns true, right? And if something is wrong, like okay, if you're not logged in, then I'm trying to router.parse URL and I'm sending back the user to auth/login. Go back to the login page, you're not logged in and you cannot access the route, correct? So this is what it was previously. Okay, and now what you can do, right, with this new redirect, you can do things more smartly now. Okay, because if you imagine, right, if you want to add any navigational state, okay, so that you cannot add. So there are a lot of navigational options which you want to provide. For example, this was the replace. So replace URL is true. If you want to replace that particular URL with this one, so that you can do that. If you want to pass an additional option to your this redirect, so that also you can do by this. Previously, if you try to do that, it was not possible. Okay, but now with this new redirect command, you can pass your route, and also you can pass some navigation options here. Okay, which includes a lot of options, which I will discuss when I'll show you the code. Okay, so this is what the new feature what they have added, the new redirect command. I'll tell you more feature about this redirect command, okay, when I'll show you the code. Okay, now the next thing is, so this is what the change I was talking about, and this is actually coming from the angular/router, this redirect command. All right, now let's go forward and talk about the second new feature of this router, which is redirect function. If you remember, right, whenever we want to redirect a user, so how we should do, right? So for example, this is the good example which I want to show. We have this auth, we have pages, and we have error. And whenever the path is blank, right, I want to redirect to a component or a module, so that you can do it from here. So previously this redirect to takes a string URL. Okay, but now with this latest version 18, this can accept a function. Okay, and this function can return this string. So what is, okay, so what is this change, how this change is helping us now? So this change is helping because now you will have access to the route information. So for example, if you have some query params where you want to redirect a user or stuff like that, so that also you can do now, because now you can access those route information from this. Okay, so this is nothing but your callback function, how you write, right? So like arrow function, and inside that you have some properties to pass the argument. So now what you will have access to route information, and this route information, right, this can give you more information about the route, like what are the query params inside that if you want to use it and whatnot. So you can replace them, you can add your own, and then you can redirect to that user with some route information. So that you can do it now with this new version 18, okay, with this redirect to function. All right, so this is what the change, and this is what the console looks like. So this console.log, right, this is what you have. So you will have params, you will have data information, you have query params, the fragment as well, the slash, whatever you have, right, the info related to that. So now you can get that from here. Okay, all right, so now this is what two features what I was talking about. Now let's go ahead and try to see one of the use cases over here. Okay, so what I was doing, right, okay, let me show you in the Angular playground, in the app.config, I remember. Okay, so now if you remember, right, there is something called as with navigation error handler. Okay, so this handler you can put inside this provide router. Okay, if you guys are still confused about this provide router, okay, this way of configuring things, then let me tell you guys, this is after version 18 if you're using a standalone application, because now whenever you create a new application, it will be standalone out of the box. So you will have something like this app.config, and inside that if you want to use routing feature, then you have to say provide router, and in that you can provide all your routes, the route routes. Okay, and inside that I have added this with navigation error handler. Okay, and what this guy does, right, this guy can help me to navigate to an error page and stuff like that. Okay, so now what you can do, right, now you can directly return a new redirect command. Okay, so you have a new redirect command over here which you can directly pass. Okay, so inside that, right, you must have your own routing to pass, so that you can do. Okay, so for example, you have route. Okay, so you have, okay, we have to inject, so you can also do dependency injection over here, right? So for example, you have route, and then you can inject anything. Okay, so you have this router to inject, so that you can provide it from here. And from here, right, what you will say route dot, you have two things, create URL tree, you can create your own URL tree from here. Okay, and then you can pass some more navigation command. Can you see we have this navigation extras? Okay, so let me show you this class first. Okay, let me go to the definition, and inside this, right, so this class accepts two things. This takes your redirect to, which is your URL tree. Okay, and second thing, this is what I was talking about, this takes a new navigation behavior option. If you go inside this, right, you can see all of things what you provide. So you can have access to same URL navigation, skip the location change, replace URL, and if you want to pass any state with your routing, so everything can be done with this new redirect feature. Okay, so now over here, right, this is what I was talking about. Let me try to fix it. What's this issue? Okay, yeah, this is what it was. Okay, now you can just say parse. You have two things, right? You have parse URL and parse tree. Okay, so now this parse URL, inside that you can just provide your route tree, which is your /error. Okay, and you don't need to add this anymore, I guess. Yeah, let's save the changes. And now what this does, right? So for example, if I go back here, the local host, what was that? No, let me open up this. Okay, where is the screen? Live Angular 18. Yeah, this one. Can you guys see the screen, right? Yeah, okay. So if I try to do some mistake here, right? So suppose I don't have any route like this, and if I hit enter, right? Can you see what this redirect does? It takes me back to a page. Okay, it takes me back to a page which is not found. Okay, which is not found. Imagine if you try to do in one of your existing application, what it will do, right? It will throw some error in the console, but now you guys can smartly handle your error. Okay, so that's how you do error handling now with this new redirect. Okay, new redirect command. You can parse your own, and here you can pass some more option like skip location, with replace, and all that. Okay, I don't know why is it not working. Let's see. With, I think it should give me replace URL. Yeah, replace URL true, something like that. So you can use all of this navigational things now, navigation options. But you see the magic right over here. So now if I suppose if you don't have any route, something like this, if you try it in your system, right, just give it a try, guys, and tell me what happens. Okay, so it will break something in the console for you, but now for me it is not breaking, and it is handling so elegantly. It takes you to the error page directly, that hey, this route is not found, and something like that, and you can access some more information from the route and display it over here. Okay, so this is what one of the use case, all right, which I have seen, and this is what I was talking about, the redirect to. Now you can access your route things, route information, which has data, route config, URL tree, query params, fragment, and whatnot. So yeah, so this is what it is, the new feature. Okay, so let me close this. I don't need that anymore now. All right, now I don't need this. I'll talk about this later, about this application, once we end the session. Okay, let's go back to our slides. All right, so now we have the new feature, right? The default ng content, and I think I have already talked about this in my YouTube video, and if you haven't seen that, so let me give the link to you guys. Okay, no, not you. So you can go here on my YouTube channel, and here you can find this, the Angular version 18 new feature, the fallback ng content. Okay, so I can share it with you guys. I'm putting it in the chat. If you want more information about that, you can go on this link and watch this video. This will give you a very clear idea about this new feature. Okay, all right, so now let me see what else I have in my slide to discuss. Let's see. Okay, so now this is what I was talking before, and default like fallback content, what we were doing some hacks here. So what you see, but after, see how clean this is. You can pass all your default ng content directly inside that. And I was actually very amazed why they were not using it, why it took them so much time to do this. I don't know, because this was a what we say, highly requested feature from a lot of people on the GitHub. Okay, so I don't know, but it's now we can use it in our project. Okay, there I think again my screen got stuck. Let me reset this. Okay, I think I will be doing this in the whole stream. Okay, so now this is what it is. Now let me go to the next slide if I have. Okay, I have nothing now, so this is one of my different slide. Maybe I can talk about that as well. If you're really interested in that slide, do let me know, guys. I will be giving this talk as well very soon. If you want to see how you can achieve a maximum performance in Angular, so we can discuss about it in one of our live stream if you want. So this is the title, maximizing the performance in Angular to achieve perfect 100. I did something in for one of my application to achieve a perfect 100 lighthouse score. So let me just show directly in the last. Yeah, something like this. So if you want to make your application to get this particular score, then I can discuss about it in a separate live stream. Okay, so do let me know in the comment if you are interested in this talk, so we can really do that. Okay, if not, then I think that's about it for this today's talk on the new changes, okay, of Angular. There are few more, so if you want to know more about them, so just head over to, okay, let me talk about one more new change. I don't know if you are aware about this. Let me show you that. If you go on angular.io, right, so I always recommend people to go on this website if you want to learn about Angular. Now if you try to access this website, right, so now this will redirect to you a new website of Angular, which is angular.dev. Now you don't have, now you no more have angular.io to read everything. So whatever you want, right, you can get it from here. They have did it so nicely, like your doc is separated, you have a separate section for tutorial, playground, references, and whatnot. Okay, so if you want to find anything, you can just search about here, like, okay, I want to search about a redirect. Okay, see, redirect command or something, redirect command. Okay, can you see I'm able to get that reference inside the reference, and you can read about it. Okay, what is the description, what is the new change, and whatnot. So I will highly recommend you guys to check out this video, check out this particular website. Okay, if you have anything for me, if you want to ask me anything, you can also ask me in the chat. Okay, I can answer if you have any queries. If you have any doubt related to whatever we have discussed, do let me know in the comment. Okay, so now this is what it is now, but I want to go to Angular version 18 new changes. I don't know. Yeah, I want to go on this website, and let's discuss about some other new changes in Angular version 18, which maybe you might have missed. Okay, yes, there was one change, right, which we have not discussed, the provide experimental zoneless change detection. What is the Angular tab in Google Dev Tools? Angular tab? I didn't get you, Aniket, sorry. Angular tab in Google Dev Tools. Oh, Angular tab in Google Dev Tools. Oh, okay. Sharp eyes, huh? Nice. Okay, I can talk about that. Okay, so this Angular tab is nothing but it's a new Angular dev tool to debug more better. You can so you know about hydration, right? So now if you're making a SSR based application, so you can check your hydrations here directly. You have a profiler which always checks for your change detection whenever your change detection happens, right? So you can check that as well from here. Okay, so if you click something, if you have any button, so everything can you see when I click the button, a change detection happened here. Okay, so you can do all of that. So you can just get this from if I'm not wrong, it's an extension. You can check on Google's extension what we say store. You can get that from there. So this helps you to debug more better. So currently it's very small application, but yeah, once this grows, right, becomes very hard for me to debug. Okay, what are my changes, what is the element ref, the ng zone, what is part of this, what are the inputs for this particular button, and all that. So you can do your debugging inside this particular by using this dev tool. Okay, so can you see it always gives you what is the element ref for this. Okay, the platform, so from root to the particular standalone component, from this standalone component it can go up to app component. In the app component you have a home component, then inside that you have a mat card. In the mat content you have this mat button. So you can try to find out if you want to debug it more detail, right, in detail, then this is for you guys, to be honest. You can also identify the ng zone, how is it trigger and all that. Okay guys, let me tell you guys, I think we don't have much time. Like, I have to leave now in next 5-10 minutes, but I have missed a lot of good new features what Angular 18 is providing. So what I can do, I can come up with a dedicated video to explain all this new feature. What is this provide experimental zoneless change detection? This is just wow, trust me. This is what the future of Angular is. Okay, so you should all adapt whatever the new things Angular is doing. Don't just do what it was by using Angular 14, 13 and all that. If you are on version 17, try to use all the new features to the max. Okay. So this is what maybe we can discuss. We can talk about updating to zoneless, coalescing by default. Yes, I know about this, what it does. Whenever this is true, right? So it tells that please use zone.js as a change detection. Okay, then we have native support for async await, that's there. So now we have new home for Angular developer. Okay, I'm just going through it. Okay, now we have material 3 is now stable. Oh yes, I was working on one of this application, I don't know. Let me check if I have it ready. Okay, let me show you one in glance what I was having, a project I was working on. M3 demo, I guess. I don't know. Let me check. I think I can show you about that new feature of Angular material. I was just working on a side project. Let me just show if I have that. M3, what was that? I don't know. Material, I don't know. What is that? I'm just checking, guys. Just give me one moment. Okay. Where is that project? Material M3. I think this is the one. ng dev. Okay. What do you mean? Okay, it doesn't have that command at the moment. Let me hit enter. Yes, I just want to showcase you I was working on a material 3 design, whatever they have. Okay, wait, it's just building my project. It takes time. It takes about 30 seconds. I'm trying to make it more performant, but I don't know. I don't get much time to work on that, but I will be doing that very soon. Okay. All right, so now what else I wanted to discuss? Okay, now let's discuss about this YouTube thumbnail resizer, what I'm working on. It's just a project, it's just a UI I have created for now, but the backend is ready for this. Okay, the backend is in Python. So where is that image resizer? Yes, this one. So what I have did, right? So what this guy does, okay, I'm just trying to figure out the APIs here. Okay, so now you can upload any images inside this, and this will help me to convert that into a thumbnail size. Okay, the problem was, right, I was facing a challenge, like whenever I want to I have an image which was big in size and I was not able to fit them into as a YouTube thumbnail. So let's take an example over here. Maybe let me open up the Postman. Okay, I'll show you about that. It's pretty cool project, man. I just wanted to make it for myself, and there was some personal images which I don't wanted to share it on some XYZ website. So what I did, right, I created my own image resizer, and this will store in my own server and all that. So I have my own uploads here. Okay, so let me run this first. Okay, to run it I will make use of this debugger, and it's a Python file. It will run it. User bin. Okay, this is running on the port 5000. All right, now if let me zoom this a bit. Okay, so let's go back and let me go here. HTTP, I think it was localhost. Let me check back. Yes. Okay, https:/localhost 5000/upload. Okay, and now you can choose from here. You have to provide a key, and then you have to select an image. So let me select a new image from my local machine. Okay, so if you look at this image, right, so this image is not something in the size of a YouTube thumbnail, something like that. So what I can do, I can directly open up this and I can upload this. Okay, moment I upload, right, what I got, so now this will change the profile photo. The image will resize. Okay, so the resize of image, if you want to get it, right, so I can get it directly from the link. Okay, I have to use this image name. I don't know why I'm zoom out this much. Okay, so let's go here, get, and let me replace. This is already replaced by that. Okay, if I click on the send, right, can you see I got an image, and this image size is what I wanted. So this will be image size of a YouTube thumbnail. Just to show you, right, it is nothing but this is uploaded somewhere in my uploads folder, and inside that, okay, so this size is not what I wanted, to be honest. Sorry, something is wrong, let me check that. Okay, this is my upload in this. Okay, so this was the mistake. I have to change it to 1280 into 720. This is the ideal size for a YouTube thumbnail, if you know. Okay, but can you see when I created that, right? So this is how the image got created. So this is a mobile device size, 1920 into 1080. You can already imagine looking at the image. Okay, so now what I'll do, right, I will again try to upload something similar image, and this time see what will happen. So let's go back again in the post. Okay, and from here let's go back in the body. Let's remove this and again add the same image. Where is that image? It is this one, and if I click on open, click on send, okay, so image is again changed. Somehow I need to use some good message, and now can you see I am using the same image, and now this image is different. And if you see the size of this, right, so this is size of a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, the size of this one is 1280 into 720. Okay, so this is what I have created. All right, now you know the reason why I did that, because I don't trust any XYZ website where I'm uploading my personal images and all that. I don't know what they will do with my image. So I thought of creating something like this tool, and currently this is just in a beta stage. You can do a lot with this, not just YouTube. I can also create for what I say. I can create this also for Instagram. It can be taken from the front end, right? Okay, all right, so let me again reset because my screen again got freeze. I restart the capture. Okay, so this is what I was actually working on. Okay, and what will happen, right? So whenever I upload, I don't want to, because wherever I have already deployed this. So the deployed URL is this one, which is already deployed on render. So I don't want it to like invest money on this. So I'm using a free server from that. So I cannot store multiple images. So what I do, the moment I upload the image, I have also a delete API. So now this will help me to delete the particular image from the server. Okay, so this server is being, okay, this is a free one, so that's why it takes time to do that. Maybe I can show it in the localhost directly to you. So if I go ahead and change it to delete and change this API endpoint to delete and click on send, and this will delete the file, and if you go back in your server, it will not be there. So can you see it got deleted? Okay, now I'm just trying to create a bare minimum UI for that, and this is how it looks like. I can click on here to upload the image. The moment I upload, it will come. It's still not ready. The front end is still pending. So you can upload the image, it will process it, and it will give you what we say. No, it will open up a pop-up first, and then it will give you the preview, and then there will be a download link where you can click and download your image. So yeah, this is what it is, man. I'm just trying. Let's see if this is done. I will be definitely create a video about this, how I have created and how you guys also can create of your own image resizer. Okay, if you're interested, just give a thumbs up in the chat. I'll definitely share this knowledge with you guys, what I have learned. Let me see chat now. Okay, so Ajinkya Khatri, make playlist on RxJS. Done. Once I'm done with the next this .NET full stack series, I will keep that in my pipeline to create RxJS. I think it's there since so long in my pipeline, but I wanted to come up with .NET because I have promised a lot of people already about I will come up with .NET and all that. So once that is done, I will definitely come up with RxJS for sure. Okay, I still see 5-7 people are here. Okay, any questions guys you have, you can ask me right away. Okay, Mohammed Tanveer, assalamu alaikum. यार हिंदी या उर्दू बोल लो. Okay, bye. Okay, there is one small announcement that I might be coming up with my new YouTube channel, and वो channel होगा for Hindi audience. Okay, I will be trying something new. Like I know थोड़ा I don't know if यहाँ पे English audience है या Hindi, but I'll just tell you guys, I will be coming up with a new channel where I will create a lot of Hindi contents. Like I'll try to teach people in Hindi as well, and let's see how it goes. It's not like I will stop content from this channel. No, it will not happen. The content will still come here, but I will also try to create a Hindi version of the same content on that YouTube channel. Okay, so तनवीर जी आपके लिए हिंदी वाला चैनल बहुत जल्दी आ जाएगा, जहाँ पे हम हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं या उर्दू में बात कर सकते हैं. Okay. Alright guys, anyone have any questions? Anything to ask? You can ask me in the chat. Can you include deployment for that full stack series? Yes, Vinod, it's there in my pipeline. It's for sure there. I will be using, I think I forgot in the first video of series overview about the deployment thing, but I am 2000% sure because I want to explore something on the Azure side, which I have already did. I want to share my knowledge with you guys, how I can use Azure services to deploy a .NET project. Not just Azure, I will also demonstrate how you can deploy something similar, like maybe we have EC2 deployment, we can do that on AWS. So I will be using these two services, Azure and AWS, just like because some people use Azure in their company, some use AWS. So I will be coming up with both of them to help you understand how you can do a deployment of a .NET project, because I know this is very tough. Okay, a lot of people are like having an issue in deploying .NET project to Vercel, because for front end React and all that you have Vercel, and Vercel does the job like breeze. Just 2 clicks, connect your repository, and the deployment is done. But for .NET it's not the case, so you still have to do a lot of things there. Okay, so now Aniket Patil, deployment video on Vercel, on Renderer, DigitalOcean, Netlify, etc. So this is what I was talking about. Like I can demonstrate about, see, the front end and Node.js project can be done on Vercel, okay, and also on Render. If I talk about this backend of this Python, I have did this on Render, if I am not wrong. Yeah, I did this on Render. So maybe once I create this series for you guys, this will not be a series, I'll create a single video. Okay, I don't know how this came here. Okay, there is something wrong again with my screen. Alright, so I don't know what's wrong. Let me fix this. Display link. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go back. I don't know what's wrong with my screen. I think it's issue with my monitor, not with this. Okay, so Aniket, I will definitely come up with that video as well, but I'll try to do this one because .NET, I don't know, I have tried it on Vercel and I was not able to do, because they have their own Azure functions created and all that, and it always fails if you do the deployment. So for Node.js backend, Python and all that, it's still okay, but not for .NET. For .NET, it will be mostly on Heroku or Azure or AWS. All right, so any further question you guys have, you can ask me. Anyone? If not, then maybe we can end the stream, and please make sure to like the stream if you guys loved this. Okay, maybe in the next video we will talk and you guys can subscribe, huh? If you don't know, right, I'm coming up with this series. This is going to be a very good series. If you are a .NET developer, you must have seen my videos already, the first 2 videos what I have created. Hey everyone. I went in detail about this, about my video, like what is .NET, what is Web API, what is REST API, how is it different from that and all that. The upcoming video is about clean architecture, and yeah, these 2 videos will be about clean architecture. The first one is mostly gonna be what is clean architecture and all that, and second one is going to be the folder structure, what you should have into a clean architecture. So please bear, if you're not a theory person, then I'm so sorry guys, but there will be 5-6 videos which will be like that, because I'm targeting the beginner audience as well. Okay, so if they should also understand this, what is the backend, how the backend works. If you're a front-end developer, then you can start. So that's what I wanted, because I know I have a lot of audience who are doing front-end, but I wanted to take those audience and I want them to do backend as well. So that's why I started this series. As I'm a .NET developer, so I want also you guys to learn this .NET and start using it in your office project as well. And you can also apply for a new job, man, with if you have a full stack title in your resume, so it always helps. Okay, so this was the whole and sole reason that I'm creating this series. And I think I'm done with 15 parts already for this one, and there will be another 15 to complete this whole series for the backend side only. For the front end there will be another 20-30, I don't know, because I'm making sure that I'm making only like video for 15 to 20 minutes and trying to explain whatever I can in that time frame. Okay, if you have no further question, then maybe we can end the stream. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for listening me till this long. I really appreciate that. Alright guys, bye bye, take care, see you very soon.